Hey everyone, Square Peg Square Hole coming to you live for the last stop on my Minnesota to Wisconsin tour. So today I am at Marquette University, which is in Milwaukee. It's an urban campus, about 90 acres, very, very walkable. So 15-minute walk from end to end. Big difference from yesterday's campus when I was at UW-Madison, where it was much bigger, to say the least. Loving this school though. It's very, very much in the Jesuit framework, as you might expect, given that it's run by the Jesuits. So this place is all about care for the person, being the difference, education to give back to society, very Jesuit in influence. Of course, as you might expect, they have a core curriculum that they expect all their students to take, whether you're doing nursing, engineering, business. They want you to have that fundamentals, which includes 3 classes. They want you to take 1 in theology, 1 philosophy, and 1 rhetoric. So they really are trying to lay that groundwork. Now, that might, as you're listening to that, you might be thinking, sounds very Catholic, and it is, right? So there is the Joan of Arc Chapel on campus, which is, as you might think, the true Joan of Arc chapel that came from France over to here, built in the 1500s. So really interesting to have that here, and they do hold mass there. But 60% of the people here identify as Catholic, the rest don't. And if you identify as Catholic, you don't have to go to Mass all the time. There is no prerequisite for that. So don't feel like you have to be Catholic to come here. Feel like you want to be educated and you want to give back to your community. If that's who you are as a person, that's your space here. So just a little bit in terms of their academics, they have 7 colleges here: arts and sciences, as to be expected, business, communication, education, engineering, health sciences, nursing. All of them are direct admit into the college. Then once you get there, you can sort out what you want, except obviously nursing. You come, you nurse, that's it. There is ability though to transfer between schools if you have the prerequisites that you need for that. They have 3 grad programs on campus: dentist, law, and the graduate school in general. Interesting little factoid: if you come here for law school, you don't need to pass the Wisconsin bar in order to practice law in Wisconsin. I have to do a little more research into that and see if that's a Wisconsin rule in general or if that's just a Marquette thing. But something to keep in mind if you're not really big on the test, but you're really good at doing law. Something to think about. So what's the life like here? Well, the freshmen and the sophomores live on campus. They have some really nice res halls around, a variety of some apartment styles, some more traditional. Some used to be hotels, one used to be a children's hospital. So they've repurposed buildings in the neighborhood to provide that housing. And then when you're ready to move off campus, junior, senior year, plenty of Marquette owned as well as privately owned housing for you to fill that need. They are really big on hands-on learning here. So you get 2 years worth of clinicals if you're in health sciences or nursing. From day 1, if you're in the education program, you are in the classroom. If you are in their arts and sciences, you are doing research. If you're in business, you're doing internships. Everything about this is learning how to use your knowledge and do something with it. Really nice fit, right, for many of us here. While it may not be the most selective school, it's a very strong education and academically focused school. So don't let numbers deceive you on that. GPA here for incoming is about, high 3s. And they're looking at SAT scores, if you choose to send them, in like 1200s and up, but they're optional, so you don't have to if you don't want to, but it just gives you a feel. The makeup of the students here, it's about half men, half women. About 2/3 are out of state. So on our tour today, we saw people from Washington State, from Washington, D.C., from Florida, from Texas, and from the Northeast, and a lot from Chicago and in the Midwest. So people really coming from all over to come to Marquette. They have, about 2/3 are white, but it's got a big mix in terms of that. If you're people of color, you're going to find your group here and feel comfortable. It's a very welcoming environment, so it doesn't matter who you are. They are welcoming to you in all ways of being, right? Including our LGBTQ plus friends. You're going to be comfortable here as well. Not a lot of international students, so unlike the other schools that I've been to this week where there's a high percentage, 10%, this is pretty low, it's about 2%, but the people who come here from out of the country come from a lot of different countries. So lots of opportunity with that, lots of great study abroad programs, so you can go and really discover the world as well being here. If you're looking for who are the famous alum, well, we've got Patrick Hegarty, who co-founded Texas Instruments. You've also got, as you might expect, a couple of NBA players. We have Jimmy Butler, Dwayne Wade, who apparently I missed by 24 hours seeing. He was here on campus, as well as some actors that have come out of here because it's got a great theater program. Given that it's in Milwaukee, you tend to find that. Golden Eagles, big on basketball, right? So they play actually over where the Bucks play. So they fill the stadium. That just gives you a sense of how big basketball is here. And on the women's side, they're also big in women's basketball, women's volleyball. You are not going to find football here, but you're not going to miss it because it's cold and you'd rather be inside for basketball. Just saying. Popular majors, biomedical science, nursing, psych, business, obviously, right? A lot of things that are going to lead you into law. So it's known for its social welfare and justice, great engineering program, operations, supply management. So there's a lot here for you. Whatever you want to study, you wouldn't think it necessarily with an undergrad body of 8,000. You have so many options here. You are not going to be bored. You're going to get to learn interdisciplinary classes, really get a sense of who you are as a person, and take that forward. And if you're not sure who you are as a person, they have one of the best exploratory programs going here, and they are really good at supporting you. If you're LD/ND, they've got great programs here for you as well. All right, so that's the end of this tour. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Keep an eye out because you never know where you'll find me next.